The following video is proudly presented by MightyOxTrading. All information contained in this video is for educational and entertainment purposes only. It is not financial or investment advice. Good morning. Welcome to MightyOxTrading. Monday morning. Let's tackle the markets. Last night the markets were very slow, and I grinded to a $60 loss. And then the markets decided to take off when I was done trading. So, markets hate me. No. Hope everyone had a good weekend. I hope we're ready to have a nice green day here. Let's take a look at the markets overnight. Good morning, Jeff. Good morning, Aces. How are you doing today, guys? So NASDAQ overnight didn't have too much range. About 138 points of range overnight. Well, since the open, I should say. Coming up toward the end, ES looking at about 26 points of range. Copper, big candle there at Europe Open. And we have about a little under 100 ticks of range. A little bit small for copper. So today it's only been 1 week. I officially started live funded trading last Monday, and I started off really well, 187 up, and since then I've slowly grinded backwards. I'm down about 250 right now, but that's okay. It's just been a really weird past few days with NQ, especially in the evenings. Last night it just was up and down, grinding all over, and not moving. Like it stayed within like a 15-point range for a couple of hours, so it faked me out a little bit, but I'll figure it out. Gold, got about a 19-point range there. UltraBond tight, a little over a point in range. Crude, it's natural gas, but we're close. Petroleum product, a little over 100 points of ticks of range. 100 points would be amazing. And crude oil, we're seeing about 140 ticks of range. It's been coming up. Yeah, I have been sticking mostly to MNQ for the funded account, but I'm looking to add crude oils, well, micro crude to it, and see if we can get some momentum there. You can see here on crude, we just popped up. Well, we got indice popping right now. Popping, stopping, hopping like a rabbit. So here is MNQ sending me that short signal there. We've been coming up nicely, up, 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 pull back, tried to come up again, pulling down, but ended at Bollinger's. We're expecting a bounce here. I'm not going to jump on that right there. We'll see if it spanks me for that. Only 5 points down. So again, we're not seeing. I mean, this is obviously with a nice move up, but we had this pull back first. Not a lot. Even these are small candles yet for NQ. This is where, if you go back to last night, you can see this area I've drawn out here. I mean, this is what I was facing last night. This was started at 8:30 my time, and it took until almost 10:30 my time to get 10 points with a 10-point stop. Now I would have got 10 points if I had taken that trade, but it took almost 2 hours to grind out 10 points on NQ. Yeah, I do. I prefer NQ over ES. ES is just a slower mover, and it seems hard to get a decent risk reward on it. But I do sometimes look at ES. ES has been moving a little bit better lately, so I've been keeping an eye on it. And then what happens, I was on stream last night on ShareVision. Check that here in a second. And, I got off stream right at around 11 o'clock Eastern. And then this move happened right after I got off stream. And you can see it went up nicely 30 points. So after all this, ranging, it finally went after I was done. This would have been a nice move here at the start of Europe. Down about 50 points, and then it's been grinding up since. So we see it came down, it bounced here. We'll see if it continues to come down. Let's check our crude signal over here on the 30-minute chart. So we have a long signal on crude on both 15 and 30. That's interesting. So we'll watch that in a little bit. As crude continues to head up. Ooh, big candle there, 28 ticks. Yeah, it was painful to try and trade last night, and I just ended up going backwards because of it. How are you this morning, Yolanda? Hello, Mickey. Good morning. Welcome to the stream. I don't recognize your name, Mickey, so welcome. Glad you're joining us. Dave, I watch it. I have occasionally, but I don't often, and I've been thinking about it though, because I'm trying to find safe stuff to trade in the, relatively safe, on the TCP that has a smaller tick value that or point value that I can take decent sized risks with without sending myself back majorly. Copper made a nice move up here. Now it's trying again. Does seem like we have some movement this morning in things. Last night was a slow grind on everything besides gold. Gold was my missed opportunity last night. I agree, Yolanda, as am I. As am I. Well, excellent, Mickey. Glad to have you. You can see I watch a little bit of everything. I have ES here that I do watch, and this will be a nice little 2-point move here I could have grabbed. Which actually made a nicer move than NQ did there. And the Russell, I watched that as well. Russell actually made the move several minutes before any of the other indices did. Up in the upper right-hand corner, you can now see my P&L daily for the funded account, the TCP. You can see I'm down like $60.50. Finally figure out how to do that. Give me 1 second. I forgot to post the stream on the Earn to Trade Discord. Knew I was forgetting something. To the one person that's already disliked the stream, thank you for your feedback. Jeff, I'm with Earn the Trade. Good morning, Matt. How are you today? So now we wait for our next opportunity, or first opportunity, however you want to say it. Let's look at our crude charts. Crude long signal, both 30-minute, I'm sorry, 15-minute, yeah, 15-minute and 30 minutes. I knew what I was saying. Excellent job, Matt. So as soon as I got off stream last night, Matt, NQ went up 30 points. So, see, NQ gave us a short signal here, but it hasn't gone, well, it's kind of grinded downish. Downish? I say that a lot, and I always question myself when I do. 14.911.50. Oh, right on. Hey, yeah. Looking for no 60, 120 with a 60 stop. See this long signal here? Obviously, would not have really. It went total 9 points, not a lot. So let's see here. Clone this. See if the short signal would have worked back here. Actually, it would still be in that one now. Remove that. So, Jeff, what do you like to trade, and who do you trade with? Mickey, same question. Are you a funded trader, trading in an evaluation or own brokerage account? What do you like to trade? Matt, it was actually interesting. I looked over in Q last night after the fact to see how we might have been able to trade that differently. And it was actually an interesting little experiment here. Look at this. This is off my signals, of course, and I know you don't really use my signals, but this would have been the first short signal when I would start trading at 7 p.m. This is, I mean, obviously before start streaming, but that's when I really start looking. The first hour I totally ignore. And this would have given 20 points. So let's say you're doing a 10 by 10 instead of 20 by 10, but 10 by 10. 10 points here. Would have ignored that signal. We'll check this crude here in a minute. Here, this would have been 10 points. Next short signal. Let's say you would, I mean, I didn't mark off any losses, but let's say I would have taken one here. Next signal here, long signal, 10. Would have ignored this, coming into that upward trending bands. Next long signal. Would have taken 2 hours. 2 hours to get 10 points. But still, if I had just taken those signals, this would have been 4 wins and let's say a loss. So net 3 wins at 10 points each at least. If I was running a regular NQ, that would have been a $600 night. So I should have taken that short signal there as well. We see it grinded up. Yeah, sorry, It sent a short signal here. It was down into the bands, broke the Bollinger on the RSI. So I figured it was going to pull back. It only pulled back by 2.5 points here, not including his wick down, and now it's continuing to hit down. Hello, Chris. Good morning. So Crude is now sending us long signals. Oops, I missed the one. I missed the 15-minute long signal, and I should have grabbed it. So it went up 20 points quick, but bounced off the 200 EMA. So it's sending us a long signal, though, on the 15, on the 30, and on the hourly chart. The hourly went away, though. Ah. I'm sneezy this morning, which is better than being dopey. Now, goal is my real missed opportunity last night. If we look at here, look at here. Now, right off the open, now, like I say, I usually don't trade right off the open. But we could have got, I think I was looking at, let's just go for one. There was some that gave more, but 1 point, 1 point, 1 point, 1 point, 1 point, 1 point. So 6 straight wins at 1 point each. Yeah, it's best not to set a daily goal of a certain money amount. This would have been a loss, and then obviously this would have been a big one. So goal was my missed opportunity last night. It was smooth all night. I figured that was what you meant. I speak fluent typo. Um, yeah, when that um, switch from paper to live, it's just it's all psychology, almost and psychology has been my major problem as well. Yeah, I deal with it as well. The psychology of fear of loss and just kind of, yeah, it's been less in the past month or so, and which is how I ended up getting funded. Is I just kind of started going for more opportunities. Yeah, it's very hard to blow up with micros. Now you can blow up with micros, but it's very hard. If you do blow up with micros, and if you're sticking to one or two micros, um, it's very hard to blow up. And if you do blow up with one or two micros, then you really need to look at what you're doing and evaluating your risk management, evaluating your stops, evaluating your strategy. But micros is the best way to get started. Long signals popping here on and Q, trying to pull back up. See, we're back in this rangy thing all of a sudden. I mean, since back here, which was at 6:30, so we're well over an hour. And then Q's moved less than 18 points down and less than 8 points up. So we're in this another rangy range area. Rangy range, really? Chris, no. I'm doing a mini gauntlet evaluation as well. For the TCP, I'm mainly trading MNQ, and I'm probably going to be throwing in a little bit of micro crude here and there. Remember, if you do earn the trade and you trade micros to ask for live commissions, so you're not paying $4.04 per contract for commissions. Popping up here, well above the RSI's Bollinger here, so I'm expecting this to come down. Not saying it won't curl back up, but I think the next candle we're going to come down back inside. I just knocked down a signal. Oops. Uh, UltraBond. So now this is where I start getting issues. Obviously, this signal didn't work, this signal didn't work, this signal didn't work. So do I don't trust the recent high here, 928. Most, high of the day, I believe. Am I right? Yeah, high of the day, 938. Looks like 939. So almost need to see this, and this is breaking upwards. The problem, the one issue with micros, if I was if I was using regular NQ, I could have bopped this for a quick $100, whereas with a micro, it's only 10. So it's like I need, if I'm going to jump in with micros, especially commissions still being $1.66 round turn, I need at least 15 points, and I'm that's not sure it's going to give it to me here. So I'm staying out, but right now it's looking good. We're a few minutes to the top of the hour. Matt, that's how I've been feeling about my Gauntlet account. Although TCP has not been doing as well as I hoped either. We are well above VWAP. Crude kind of leveled out here. Long signal went away on the 60. Yeah, still there on the 30. I should have taken that line on the 15. It went up 35 ticks. Morning, Stephen Lee. Welcome. How was your weekend? For the TCP, though, going back to our micros discussion, you almost need to do micros. I mean, and there's been people that obviously have done it. TCP, oh yeah, I'm sorry. CFT did the TCP with UltraBond, which I mean it has a micro, but no one trades it. So, but I couldn't imagine risking on the TCP a couple of big losses. Oh, I stared at stock charts. I made videos. I didn't really have anything exciting happening for sure. ES, that would have been a very nice move up there. So I am starting to maybe think that ES might be a little bit better in the current phase than NQ. I mean, obviously NQ just went up about 12 points. It's been 240 bucks on a regular micro, but I don't like to risk the 10-point stop or whatever you need on NQ. Russell also with a nice move up. Everything's kind of grinding up here. 1 minute before the top of the hour. Crude just sent us a long signal on, the hourly chart. Agriculture overnight's been kind of flat. There's the top of the hour. Let's see if anything pops. I'm going to have to change that night bar. That's a little excessive. Okay, gold. See, gold's been kind of rangy here as well. Rangy mutt. Okay, Nightbot. Okay, we get it. I'm gonna have to change that around so it's not spamming at the same time. Made some adjustments over the weekend. Obviously, I didn't adjust right. Signal here on copper, but it's been rangy as well. So I'm looking to break out of some ranges here. I mean, maybe shooting for one. I don't know. ES pulling back again, coming down. So, I mean, this ES came up almost about 3.5 points. So that's been a great trade. Whereas NQ only ended up coming up. Yeah, it gave us 12. Kind of letting the market, try and get a feel for the market this morning before I jump in anything. I am down, like I said, about $250 on the TCP, so I need to take some good quality trades, try and build that back up. And you can see here that signal is absolutely bad. Big move here in gold, up 2 points here. It's still going. Wow, 3-point move up here on gold, just out of the blue. And crude's still heading up. Natural gas just made a new daily high. I think crude did as well. Looks like, yep. And Q. Enki's sending us a short signal, but it's above the still above the SMA line. I live stream. Really? Wow. I just looked at that last night bot. Realized let me edit that. I live stream. Really? Good job. I have to fire my editor. Well, gold. I expected a pullback after that big move up like that. Usually the next candle's a little reddish, which is different than being a radish. But it's still going, so something just sparked gold. Let's check, see if there's any news hitting. I don't think there's any big news this morning. U.S. factory orders at 10 a.m. Other than that, nothing's really. Nothing really huge. I think he was trying to grind down only 2 points per candle or less. So IQ is basically just giving back that entire. Whoops, pull up the wrong chart. Just about giving back that entire move back up. And again, the signal would have been good. It's just weird that it came up and immediately came back down, broke through, is almost giving back. Now look at this. So if I would enter this short signal, way back here, when I was still comfortably sleeping, it still would not have gone more than 18 points. It's still, now it's heading down, and I'm wondering if maybe if it breaks this recent low of 905, if I want to maybe jump in. We'll see. Now, if I had, and this is something I've been considering doing, 10 by 10, if I had done a 10 point, jumped in here for 10 points, I would have got it. If I had jumped in here for 10 points, I would have got it. If I had jumped in there for 10 points, I would not have gotten it. 911 down to, only about 5 points. This would have gave me 10, I think. 22. No, it would not have. So, I don't know. It's just, XQ's just not easy to trade right now. But, wow, look at all those red candles in a row on the 1 minute chart. So, obviously we were talking about psychology earlier, and I have gotten a little bit skittish again the last couple days after struggling. Look at that. I mean, Crude, that went against my trading plan. You see, it did pull back, then went up. Now, Crude sent me signals on the hourly chart, and it's going up 35 ticks. It sent me a signal on the 30-minute chart, and it's going up 38 ticks. And it sent me a signal on the 15-minute chart, and it's going up 60 ticks. And I didn't take any of them. And I'm an idiot. This, especially on the 15-minute chart, we broke that SMA line, and you can see it's still bursting up there. Look at it go. Look at the 1 minute chart here. It's just beautiful move up. From here to where it's at now is up 70 ticks. On the gauntlet account, that would have been my day. On the 2 micros on the TCP, that would have been a great move. So I gotta shake off the skittishness again that I've been feeling pretty much since I got the funded account. Whenever I'm not aggressive. I shouldn't say aggressive. That's not the word. Aggressive can be problematic, but whenever I start feeling a little skittish, that's when I end up taking more losses. Everybody got really quiet. I'm here babbling. So we'll continue to watch the markets. I have some breakfast right now, early, a little bit earlier than I normally eat, which is not a bad thing. So I'm gonna mute here so you don't have to hear me chew. We'll start that chewing while trading stream later on. Now, I'm just gonna mute for a few minutes. We'll watch the market. I'll jump in if I see anything interesting. Yeah, it can really be tough, and you know I was doing well with it. Now it's just a little bit skittish, especially because I've been going kind of backwards. So, but we'll get there. So, Matt, you're still in the trade? Long signal popping on ES, pulling back, staying under that SMA so far. Gold pulling back. What's settlement today, Matt? I should really look this up myself. There's that 908 area that we stopped at before. 907 was the low. 905 was the low back there. Thanks, Matt. ES popping back up. And Q staying below, so now we got a little bit of a divergence here, but both are showing a slightly downtrending SMA. Nothing showing follow through, so we did have that big move up there on gold. It did pop up by about 14 ticks after, then down. I shouldn't say nothing. Crude's continuing to laugh at me for not taking any of those trades. Have you ever heard Crude laugh? It's very oily. Okay, I'm done with breakfast, to be happy to know. Big move up there on copper. It's breaking our band on the 60-minute chart, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. RSI down here, you can see here, when it breaks that third band, I'm sorry, when it breaks that Bollinger Band, it almost always means a pullback. Seeing it break here at this hour on this big green candle, and it, continued up for a little bit, but then pulled back for a 500-point move to the SMA. So we're broken here. It's also breaking on the 30-minute. So 30-minute chart closes, 30-minute candle closes in 10 minutes. So we'll keep an eye on that. Might take a reversal trade on that on the Gauntlet account. Or else. Actually, 15-minute chart sent a beautiful long signal there, and I don't remember seeing that. I must have accidentally knocked that down. That would have been another beautiful 15-minute chart play. So keep an eye on this on the 30-minute here. Watch for that close of that candle. It's still continuing up. What's your entry, Matt? The level? See, the bands are tightening on the net on NQ. The inner bands only 15 points apart. We're gonna burst, just like last night we burst. And right now, I'm tending to think we want to burst down. Kind of close that gap. But it's hard to tell. Obviously, it's a no follow through. You can see how long this 15 by 30 has been. UltraBond. Oh yeah, that's right where we're at. Oh, do you have a downtrending SMA line there? ES is kind of flat though, so they're not really working. I mean, they're consolidating both at the same time, but a different pattern. Meanwhile, Crude's still laughing at me. Oh, besides me and well, I'm not in a trade. I'm right. Besides Matt, anyone else taking trades yet this morning? And Q popping up, hitting the upper band though. Let's see what it does here. Copper still heading up. This is a big, beautiful candle. So if I had seen this long signal here, I honestly I just didn't see it. I need to come up with a better system for my alerts as well for the higher time frames because they get drowned out by the 1 minute alerts. So I need to figure out something. But this is going up well over $500 a contract. Ooh, CL band breaking. Yeah, look at Crude go. Wow. So Crude's now above the RSI on the 60 minute. This is a so in the last 2 hours, Crude's popped up 3 points. Obviously, making new highs of the day. Pulling back a little bit now. Wow, not bad, really. Okay, so now it's doing it every 5 minutes. Why is that happening? I am not trying to spam you guys. Trust me. Let me figure this out real quick. It says every 25 minutes. If it fires again, I'm turning it off. Natural gas also blowing up. Copper kind of settling there. And we're kind of sideways now on gold. So I'm looking for an opportunity here. See copper starting to pull down. Obviously, new high of the day there. Let's check our 15, 30. Still above on the 30. Still above, definitely on the hourly. Definitely watch this. We're gonna on any indication we're gonna start coming down on copper. We might grab a short. Go. I'm gonna get copper chart ready. Gauntlet account. See, it's starting to come down a little bit. It's already come down 8 ticks. And then Q try to come back down. Matt's happy. Try to break through that 908 area again. Copper to the side. Grab it MNQ. I'm not sure I want to take anything here. It's because it hasn't broken that level, but it keeps trying. It's trying so hard. I mean, you gotta give it a little support. No, we don't want support. We want the break support. So, okay. So there we go. We're in on MNQ. We're gonna try to get something out of this. Yep. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Jeff. Hey. Okay, so we broke under that 908 area finally. Okay, we continue down. It did hit that third band, which is not a good sign, but hopefully it can continue to grind downward. Watching for the first inkling that copper wants to head down. We'll jump on that as well. Bounce there off that third band bounce on NQ, back up. Nice. There we go. I do not have a profit target set on this. I'm going to manage the trade. Hi, Toddy or Toady. Just what you're currently seeing the chart on is uh, Quant Tower. I'm using that for the TCP. I'm using NinjaTrader for the Gauntlet account because they're on separate rhythmics, and I didn't want it to keep switching back and forth on NinjaTrader. Hanging around my entry price back above 909, back up to the SMA line. So maybe again a false breakout down. Came up to the SMA, hit it, see if it bounces down. Hello, Dre. I am using Streamlabs OBS, and I am streaming through program called Restream that allows me to stream to both YouTube and Twitch at the same time. Okay, copper's continuing to move up. New 30-minute candle form. That's why I didn't jump in too early, because you see we just burst up even more. Check out our copper chart here. This is the 1 hour, still well above our RSI Bollinger. 30-minute new candle. It's kind of hanging there, so we're waiting for the first sign of a pullback on copper. Hey Kenyon, how you doing today? You're welcome, Dre. So obviously this long signal way back here on copper would have been excellent. What's ES doing? ES sent us a short signal here, but also didn't work. I wonder as well, Toady, or Toddy. If I'm pronouncing your name wrong, I apologize. NQ has been bipolar. It can't decide which way it wants to go. Crude oil, a little bit dipped down there. Yeah, I can't. I'm mad at myself for missing those moves on CL because the charts told me. 15-minute chart told me on crude. I'm sorry, the hour chart told me, the 30-minute chart told me, the 15-minute chart told me, and I listened to none of them. If I listen to any one of these, it could be up $1,000 on the gauntlet or 100 or 200 on the TCP, and I listen to nothing. I am an idiot. Now I move that. Oops. Excellent job, Kenyon. Great job. Yep. Take that money and just keep it safe. Does look like London was the session to really bank today, which of course happened today and not on Friday when I was trading it. Which term that? Which term, Matt? A little bit of pullback here on copper. Not enough yet to call it a pullback. Ah. So Matt, looks like we're once again in NQ purgatory here, where it's just going to stay on the SMA line for the rest of the day. Gold sending a short signal. Just blew through the SMA. That last long signal would have been good. Ooh, there's a nice move down. And yeah, once again, I'm getting excited by 6-point moves. But it is back below my entry point. How sad is it that it gets to be 10 points in the $10 in the profit, and I want to take it. Copper's now breaking that RSI band on every different time frame we have. 1 hour, that's 30 minutes. 1 hour. Look at that 1 hour candle. That's now up almost $1,000 in this past hour. And 15-minute. It's definitely going to pull back. It's just when. There's Crude also telling me it's going to pull back. So, two reversal candidates here. Watching for both. While NQ just kind of toys with us. $20 minutes to the top of the hour. I want to thank everyone for joining me today. If you're here from YouTube, I'd love if you hit that thumbs up button. It's really been helping the YouTube algorithm really start recommending the channel, helping people find it. So I really appreciate the support and help. Reminder that we now do stream every morning here on YouTube and Twitch, 7:30 till 11 Eastern. And every evening on ShareVision. Link for ShareVision's in the show notes below. If you want to join me in the evenings, I'm over there. Appreciate the support there as well. As NQ heads down, finally just broke 900 and is heading further down. See how low we can go. What's our next support? Yeah, I really should check this ahead of time. Looks like we're just about at our next support. Just actually blew through support and then came back up. Crap. So 98 is the next level we have to watch, and then we're free and clear all the way down to 61. So we bounced again, back up, hit that third band on the 1 minute. See some red there on copper. Watching that. Seeing some red and crude, watching that as well. So we got down to a low of 97 and it bounced back up almost to my entry point. Again, my entry point's at 907. Got down to 10 points. If I've been doing a regular NQ, I could have just, took $200 there and been happy. And now I'm back. It's back to my entry. So we broke it and then it bounced. See if we can come back down and break it again. Back trying to test 900. We are in profit right now. Crude reversed by about 40 ticks. Can it get back through? If it breaks back through 900, then then it might stick. Here's the Dom. Wow, look at there's 111 orders sitting at 895. That's a little scary. I don't usually use a Dom. I'm not sure how accurate. 61 sitting at 896. But you know what? If it gets down to 890 or so, I'll probably take it off the table. That'll give me 17 points. So like $68. At least it'll get me back in a positive direction. Gold looks like it wants to head down as well. This is a short signal. Pop back up a little bit. It's hovering right there at that level there. Copper just continues to blow upwards. Oops. Killed my chart accidentally. Boom, 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 boom. Ah, now I brought everything back. Okay, good job, good job. Yeah, that's what I wanted. There we go. Oh, it hit 900 again. There's 898. There we go, 897. $897 is where it's struggling right now. It's where it hit earlier on that candle 5 minutes ago. And we're just hit it again. Well, we hit 96.50, but it can't seem to get any lower. If it breaks, it could really flush. Or we could see a bounce. I had the Dom off screen that I'm watching. Just to try and start learning and see if that tells me anything. Yeah, we see it breaking down. See 895. There we go. Now we're getting some momentum. Thank you, Yolanda. Got down to 93 and still trying to head down. We're at 895 now. It's a fight at this level. Still waiting for that pullback on copper. Has not happened yet. Well, it did pull back a little bit there. Seeing 891. 884. There we go. There's the big move down. Moving my stop to break even or a little above it. Copper sending me a short signal. That might be what I've been waiting for. We'll see it break that SMA line on the 1 minute, and then we'll jump in there. Great, now I can't see how much I'm up. Or stop a little bit more so I can see. There we go. I'm up $80 on this trade. Thinking about taking this here, but I don't know. See, he's struggling here at 84. There we go. Broke 84. Seeing 83s on the bid. Still heading down. I'm gonna start trailing my stop. Moving my stop here back above that last big candle. Guarantees me a 14 points. Copper bounced off that SMA line. That's why I did not jump in there. I have buy signal now in copper. Wow. Didn't expect that. That's why I wait. Back down. It's going to try and get back through. We hit a low of 82.25. See if we can get back down below that. Maybe heading down towards settlement. I believe Matt said it was 68. Got down to 81 there and popped back up to 85. Yeah, back up to 86. It's consolidating here. See, we are nearing, if you look in the upper left-hand corner, you see that yellow line on the chart there. That's VWAP. So that's another support area at 873-ish. Yeah, 873.75. And its settlement's only 5 points below that. So multiple support areas coming up. We'll see if we can push down any further, but we might kill this trade soon. As it's definitely struggling right here between 85 and 86. Got down to 81. Copper still popping, hopping, stopping, popping like the copper. Uh, crude desk opens shortly, about 5 minutes. You see the short signal there. It's actually already come down about 50 ticks from its high. Just going to concentrate here. I'm not going to jump on crude, but I'm going to continue to watch copper while we're in this trade here as it tries to figure out if it wants to continue going down further. I'm going to move our stop a little bit further down to this recent high. About 889. Which is only about 3 points above the current price action. So if it spikes up, we're going to be out. But we'll be out with about 18 points. There we go. Seeing 82. Oh, yeah, there we go. That's the burst I was hoping for. But back right up to 82. Put our stop at 86, which is where it was struggling before. I'm thinking it's going to still go down, but I'm tightly trailing only because I need a win on the TCP. I can't. I want to take a chance on it, like coming back and taking me out. Yep. Okay, I'm out. I'm gonna pop up back up as it was heading toward VWAP. I'm not upset about getting out there. I think we're back on profit for the day. Give me a second here while I adjust around my charts. Getting ready to go in copper. There's my copper chart. Kill the that chart, and let's look for my account info. There we go. Where is it? Oh, it's underneath the copper chart. So we went from $60 down to up 21.50 on the TCP for the day, and back up to being only down 166 on the account. So I'm happy there. And there we go. Now I have the copper chart at the ready. Also going to continue watching MNQ, of course, because I know it's going to continue to go down. Yep, another nice move down. So I was too too conservative there, probably. We'll see how far this goes down. But I just wanted to get a win on TCP. Real quick, let's look at copper on oops, blocking signals. Good job. Okay, so new high of the day again. 15-minute chart actually got a little bit inside that Bollinger. 30-minute chart is well above. Hour chart, well above. So I am going to, I am going short on copper as soon as it starts showing any life. And let's see here. Okay, so there's the top of the hour. Let's see what happens here. Let's see a little bit of red. You can see I'm expecting this to just drop down. So far we're not seeing that. That's why we wait. And let's see how we're doing here. Okay. Okay, Nightbot. What the heck? Me and Nightbot are gonna fight. I'm gonna turn that off for now and see why it's doing that. Still waiting here. So far copper's up 7 ticks on the new candle. Still waiting for it to pull back, but maybe it won't. We'll continue watching for it. Oops, not what I wanted to hit. There we go. Up, copper sending me the signals of that it wants to pull back, but we will wait. Can't anticipate it. Matt and Yolanda, are you still in on NQ? I see it did curl up to the SMA line. Everything's kind of curling up. Crude did send us this short signal. Not a lot of action though on the crude pit open, which is unusual. NQ sending a long signal here. Excellent, Matt. Glad to hear that. Sorry to hear that, Yolanda. So copper is still popping. We still got a pop in copper. This is why I don't just jump in. Eventually, this is, in my opinion, this is going to reverse. We'll wait. We'll go back over to our normal screen here. And I will we'll continue to monitor. Excellent, Matt. I'm so glad to hear that. I know how much you were stressing on that. Yeah, I hate that, Yonder, when you're in profit and you let it go to, go give back. That's why I jumped out a little early there, but I just so many times, like it seems like almost all my trades are in profit at some point in time, and then I gave it back. It's like, well, you know what? If I just like, you know, grabbed those little amounts, I'll be up, up, up. But then I realized, one bad trade that immediately turns against me could wipe out 3 or 4 winners if I was doing that. So now we're less than half an hour from the bell. Still heading up on copper. Look at this. I mean, this is just from here to where we're at now is about $1,250. Hey, Jimmy, how are you doing? ES is popping up too, expecting it to reverse. At least some. UltraBond also made a nice move up. Full point back up. Ooh, look at that beautiful band break on the UltraBond, on that band break. Band touch, third band. That that would have been a great reversal play right there. So copper's just going to go to the moon. Crude. China also. And not much of a pullback there. Now heading back up. That's a 20 tick candle. Good job, Stephen Lee. Okay, 1 second, Alex, and I'll answer that in 1 minute. Oh, okay, hold on. Basically, okay, I have a few that I'm trying out, but one that I mainly stick to. I use this indicator here that sends me these long and short signals, or they label them as buy and sell. And then I don't take those blindly. I look at where I'm at in the chart, where the Bollingers are, where the SMA line is, and then decide if I want to jump in there. I also look at support and resistance and a little bit of VWAP. But my main strategy is centered around these long and short signals. Like NQ sending one here. I didn't take that because we have downtrending Bollingers, and it still had a downtrending SMA. Now if this curls around, then I might decide to take it. Then on a higher time frame, if you look at copper here, give me 1 second. Um, you can see down here in this RSI, go up here. See how this has broken the RSI's band? Almost any time on an hour chart or half-hour chart that happens, it reverses. Sometimes you got to wait for the reversal. But so I've tried to play reversal plays based on that. I'm waiting for this copper reversal, and it's good I didn't jump in because I would have thought it was going to happen here, and it hasn't happened yet. But so we're watching for the reversal. Good morning, Ace. How are you today? Let me know if that answered your question, Alex, or if you have any other questions. There's our bounce back down there on NQ. Let's see if it breaks back below that SMA line. Breaks back below that SMA line, then we might see a continuation down. You're welcome, Alex. I am working, and I've been saying this for a month now. I am working on a video to post on the channel about my strategy and the tools I use and the indicators I use. I just haven't gotten there yet. Am I a profitable ad trader? Well, I got funded. So far, I'm down on the funded account, and I'm still inconsistent. But mainly that's psychology versus my strategy. My strategy, when I back test it, has about a 60% win rate. But I just hesitate too much, and or I end up closing trades too early or things like that. So there we did see a little bit of a bounce here on the SMA. Good luck, Ace. I was thinking maybe long two, but I'm not sure yet. It hasn't really turned the corner. And it's also about 20 minutes to the bell. Yes. I can do that with Quant Tower. I can't do that with Ninja Trader, but I can do that with Quant Tower. So it works for the TCP. Uh, Toddy, yes. Well, live sim, but yes, I'm a funded trader on the TCP now. I'm on the 25K live sim level. Kind of consolidating here on the indices right now. So one win on the day so far. Copper's consolidating, which I would think we're gonna finally see that move down, but maybe. Uh, on YouTube here, it's between 8 and 10 seconds usually. Good luck, Ace. I don't cause that delay. That's just the way things work. Matt, for some reason, I don't know why, but the Streamlabs software doesn't pick up the NinjaTrader windows. Eh, Um, it just doesn't recognize it. Like recognizes, I could have like 10 charts up and it recognizes one. So it just doesn't pick up the windows for me to even show it. I don't know why. I mean, it's confusing. I never tried in the software I use on ShareVision. Crude oil, big candle up there, 33 ticks. Gold moved down after. Notice how much we broke that third band there, and then immediately reversed down. That hit 39.5, and it's now down to 36.3. So already down 3 points off that break. Excuse me, hiccuping all of a sudden. NQ came down and is now curling up. So if I had taken that long signal, we'd be up 7 points. ES, of course, is going up because Ace decided to jump in, and he's very close to getting his 2 points. Not quite yet, though. Not quite yet. I've seen some new faces today. Talking in the chat, Alex, Toddy. If you guys haven't subscribed yet, I would really love to have you as a subscriber. Or anyone else that's new and lurking, you as well. Channel continues to grow. Having some good conversation in the chat. Good trading. I think Ace just got his 2 points. Great job, Ace. Great job. I have elves that run around to everybody's house that tunes in and installs cameras. Except for Ace, he tends to fire a cannon. Up, copper. There's the pullback we've been waiting for on copper. It took forever. Where's the short signal fire? I'm curious here. Oh, there it is. So short signal is about to fire on copper, and I am going to go in on this because I'm expecting a big pullback. So we're waiting here on copper. I have been waiting for this reversal play. You can see it has pulled back already. High was 4.79. It's pulled back of 21 ticks already. Still well above the Bollinger on the RSI, which is still heading up though. Check our 30-minute. Oh, look at that pop back up like that. Wow. Still well above there, so we're still expecting this reversal. But you got to be careful when you're expecting a reversal that you don't jump in too early. RSI is above 80. Copper does not react to the open as much. I should have taken that short signal there on gold. I was talking about it and then just totally didn't take it. But yeah. And I'm hesitant to here because we have these uptrending bands as well. So waiting for the perfect entry. Once I do enter, I'm going to give it room because I really do expect to move down. Funny how my viewership drops when a certain other streamer starts streaming. Waiting, stalking. Meanwhile, this gold trade would have, well, it's like on 9 ticks. Trades by Matt. And I expect that, honestly. I mean, he has the track record. He's had. I'm not. I don't feel like I'm in competition with him or anything like that. I just think it's funny. Everyone's like, "Oh, time to go." Thank you, Ace, for that reminder. We are 9 minutes to the bell, and copper's gonna make me like just wait here. And we see I'm starting to bend those bands. It's become a band bender. Let's get the band back together. I don't know. And see, this is what happens though if you get focused on one thing. I'm here focused on this copper move, and I totally ignored the gold move that was right in front of my face, which would have given me 2 points. UltraBond. And there's copper popping back up. See that SMA line. Let's try one more time. So that's a 6 tick move up on copper. See if it bounces on the SMA and heads back down from here. Wow. So copper's heading back toward its high. High of the. So see, that's why I didn't jump in. Because it's always best to wait for confirmation. NQ pulling back here before the open. Matt, you added me? I mean, ouch, sorry, ace. I mean, 1 point's good still. NatX. I've heard that term, Matt, but the uh, it's not ringing a bell on me right now. Oh, yeah, okay. I think I do know what you're talking about, but no, well, no, because I don't have my own money to really spend on anything right now. And I've never studied binary options or anything like that, so I would know nothing about them. I would have to take some time. Interesting. What kind of money's needed to get started with that? They're very slow here right now before the open. Crude did pull back. Copper still not wanting to give up the ghost. So let's look at our charts here. 1 hour chart. The bands are 200 apart, so plenty of room there. Plenty of room. Plenty of room for the open to go either way. I'm gonna go back to our regular view. I'm not jumping in on copper here. I'll keep it off screen to grab if I see it going down. As we're about 3 minutes to the bell. For anyone that's new, at the bell, I come over here. We watch NQ and ES at the bell on the 5 and the 1 minute. This is watch it. I usually do not take trades within the first few minutes of the open, although I have been reconsidering that lately. But Matt, does it seem easy, those binary options spreads thingies? Actually, Ace, I ate early this morning. You missed my breakfast. I ate about an hour earlier. Another pop up there on Crude. Well, yeah, I guess easy's not the right term, but about 90 seconds to the bell. Up, move down there in copper right here before the bell. 8 ticks. I'm watching copper on a chart off screen. 45 seconds to the bell, so we'll watch the open while I watch copper. I'm in Q, sending a short signal right here before the bell. Literally right before the bell. I mean, like 15 seconds to go. And we see, look at ES dropping. That's interesting. Right before the bell. I said right before the bell, like 3 times in 30 seconds. There we go. ES popping up to start off. It did not, Matt. So send Discord me. NQ with a pop up here of 18 points. ES indecisive so far. Into the bands on the 1 minute. And there's some reversal. 20 points total so far. We're still red though on ES. ES still heading down. Still green so far on NASDAQ, but only by 6 points. 5 minute chart on ES, trying to send a short signal there. Copper still has not done that pullback I expected. So now we are down 3 points on ES, still up a couple points on NQ. My cat's trying to commentate as well. Oh, now we're red. There we go. So we just turned red on NQ as well. So we went from band to band on the 1 minute chart there. Big band break on the 1 minute chart. And all the way back down. By 16 points on that. Down 11 points now since the open. ES never gave that green, just heading down. Down 5 points since that short signal 1 minute before the open. And copper continues to go up, so this is why I did not play until I got confirmation on that copper trade, or potential trade, because it did not react like I thought it would. Boom. And now we're back to green on NQ by a minuscule amount. Up, down, up, down. Left, right, A, B, start. 20 points up. There we see some green on NQ as well. Big move up there. That's a 25-point candle. Am I not being heard? Okay. Yeah, well, it's just you. Oh, well, he doesn't hear me if I'm saying that. So, log signal on NQ on the 5 minute, but another band break, and look at that. Look how that breaks those bands and immediately shoots down. Meanwhile, ES is just continuing to bleed down. Since the open, ES is down 8 points, and we're only down a point on NQ. So 5 minute candle closes in 15 seconds. Looks like we're going to be green on NQ and red on ES, which is unusual. I would say very unusual. We closed up 16 points on NQ and we closed 7 points down on ES. It's very interesting. Let's take a look at what everything else is doing. You see copper still sideways. Gold didn't react much to the open, up and down, kind of like, ooh, now look at NQ go. ES popped up there too. Crude oil back up over 103, so that's really recovering. Russell also did that whole schizophrenic thing. So we are up about 30 points now in NQ since the open. There's the move down on copper. Copper's trying to send me that short signal. It is. Okay, I'm jumping in on copper. I'm going to put my stop above the most recent high. Ah, man, really? So it is bouncing here. Ooh, man. So I'm giving it room. Although I guess I shouldn't give it that much room. What is the recent high? Or what is the high, I guess I should say. 79. 79 was the high. Wow, look at that, jumped right back up. So I might have jumped a little early there. We're going to go 3 ticks above the recent high, which would be about a $275 loss if it hits it. It did send me the short signal I was waiting for, but perhaps I should have waited till it got below this resistance here. Our support down here. So we'll see. I had that short bias. Now it's looking like maybe that was just one last hurrah. We'll see. Check our charts over here. You can see it's been consolidating. This looks like a definitely, this is the 15-minute chart. Definitely looks like it wants to head down, or at least this is consolidating here. Have a good day, Yolanda. 30-minute. Uh-oh. Oh, there we go. Okay. The trading view loading slowly. Still think we're heading down here on copper. Not sure why trading view is loading so slowly. Stream quality still okay, guys, just in case I'm having an internet issue. Okay, we seem to be okay there. Thank you. Send us that long signal in the 1-minute chart and then pull it back by all that 15 points and then went. Okay. Thanks, Ace. So I don't, when TradingView starts to load slow or something starts to load slow, I start worrying that maybe the internet's giving me an issue. So I'm kind of managing this copper trade. You see the really big profit target there. I don't expect that much, but so I'm gonna kind of manage it. Hopefully it continues to head down. I'm taking some bigger risks on the gauntlet account, bigger stops, because I think that's going to work out for me. NQ's continuing to head up here, gold's continuing to head up, so both of those things going in the same direction. ES popping up here, big move up, 6.5 points. Well, this is starting. Copper maybe faked me out. So watching for other opportunities for the TCP and the gauntlet. Crude's continuing to head up as well. So we have a strong day. So, you know, we're breaking these bands, but we're not pulling back like I expect. So I'm three ticks away from being knocked out of this trade. It just hit the daily high again. So it'd be a significant loss, but it would still keep me. I did make 500 and some odd dollars, 515 on Friday on this gauntlet. So I'm down. Well, even if I'll still be up between the 2 days. So waiting for another opportunity for the TCP. Obviously, this would have been, good, but we didn't know after what it was doing there that it was going to head up. That up, down stuff. Anybody else enter a trade? Excellent, Matt. Seeing some move back down here in copper. Maybe it was just trying to scare me. I still think it's coming down. It was slowed down already on MNQ. Here comes copper. Back down. So it gave me a scare there. Crude also showing signs of coming down. So maybe now we're starting to look at the Russell. Russell is just bleeding out, and Russell oftentimes leads the others. So those of you in longs on the other two might want to be careful. And there we go, back to break even on the copper trade. So, and that is one of the differences right now in my trading. This I would never put my stop where I put it anytime previous up until maybe the last few weeks. And this trade would have stopped me out if I had entered at all. But now it's finally dropped down like I expected it to, and we're in profit. So let's see how far we can get this down. This is copper, what it's looking like on the chart. Gonna watch it. Try and get what we can out of it. Oop, coming back up a little bit, but we'll give it some room. I mean, it could still come up and maybe burst up and stop me out. And obviously I'm now down $100 on the trade. So obviously it could still, maybe this was just a pullback and it's going to continue up. So maybe I was talking too soon. And that's a strong candle back up by 15 ticks. Did hit that third band. So maybe I should have took the 62.50. Oh, there we go. Back down. See, this is how I talk to myself in a trade. Oh, I can't believe I made that mistake. Oh, look how smart I am. Oh, man, I can't believe I'm an idiot. Oh, man. That was a great trade. Great idea. And that can change every minute. That was a nice bounce off the SMA line. Came into the morning up $36 on the Gauntlet account. Trying to add to that here. While NQ and others are kind of like just hanging about. And copper's not making this easy on me. So this candle closes in 10 minutes on the 1 hour. It's trying to come back up and scare me again, so I might end up getting stopped out anyway. It might have given me a gift there, and I didn't take it when it went down. Oh wow, all the way back up to almost to its high. I feel so confident that this is going to come down, and it might be a fool's confidence that, when I see it coming back up toward my stop, I almost want to give it more room. Excellent job, Matt. Excellent job. Yeah, the egg Q is perfect, and I should have taken something there, but I don't know. Up, and there's copper back down. This is how I talk to myself. I was just ready to tell myself how much of an idiot I was for staying in that trade. And there's a big move down. It is just playing with my emotions, though. So, what? $100 in the profit there. Excellent job, Matt. And that's the conundrum there, Matt. You think, well, I should probably stop because I've been on a good run or whatever. And I try to fight that feeling sometimes because it's like I probably just as likely to lose the next trade today as I am to lose the first trade tomorrow. So I don't know. It's a hard psychological thing to figure out. UltraBond's heading down as well. It'll be a good signal. See, so we've been struggling here. Copper got down to 77.55. Right, so we have this resistance back here at 77. Oh, that's 7. So resistance at 77.70, 77.60. It's at 60 now, which is the low of this move so far. See if it can break that. Oh, there we go. That's a break. The next major resistance might be back here down at 76.85. My entry's at 78.05, so that'll be excellent. But it's definitely not going down easy. Some nice straight red candles would be nice. So back up to my entry point again. It's trying to come up to the SMA line. Approaching the 10 o'clock hour on the East Coast, 9 o'clock my time. Probably streaming for another hour or so. Come on, copper, you know you want to drop like a rock. Gold's at VWAP. Yep, exactly. Crude. Trying to head back up, so we might be showing some strength here again in the market. Watching crude. The copper on this 15-minute chart is red on this 15-minute candle. 30-minute candle. It's also slightly red. Hour candle, of course, is still green, but with a wick. Still expecting this to continue heading down. NQ continues to head up. Gold just broke VWAP. Big move there on NQ, a 24-point candle. So been in this trade for a while now. Since this candle back here. Here, let me see what time that was. Didn't mean to scrunch that. 8. So about 20 minutes. Been in this trade. Don't like the looks of it now. It just broke the SMA line. Crude. Staying right at that 103.50 level, trying to head up after a couple little pullbacks. Sending a long signal. Russell popped up and pulled back. From that short signal there on gold, it's come down $500. So while I'm here playing with copper, I've missed out on 2 different gold trades that would have worked, or maybe even 3. So I got to get better at handling more than one trade at once. Back to being slightly in profit. Just looking for a nice burst down here. NQ just continues grinding up though. So since the open, it's gone up 50 points. So I picked the wrong metal. I should have went in on gold. There we see a pop up at the start of the hour there on crude. Uh, I'm sorry, on copper. It's starting to scare me a little again, but we'll hang in there. There it comes back down. Every time I say it scares me, it does listen to me and comes back down. As always, I want to thank everyone for joining me today. Like I said, we'll trade for another hour or so. Remember, every morning now on YouTube and Twitch. But if you also like to join me in the evenings, I'm on ShareVision. Link is down in the video description for ShareVision. Trade every evening there, Sunday through Thursday. 7:45 Eastern Time. Those of you here on YouTube, I love if you hit that thumbs up button for me. YouTube algorithms are working pretty well, sending me new people, growing the channel. Yeah, in fact, we have a new subscriber that did not see the name, but welcome to the new subscriber. Yep. So my stop is above the Bollinger Band. You see the Bollinger Bands are downtrending. Gold's popping up to the SMA line. So, I picked copper because of the expected downturn. And I ended up missing out on the NQ and the gold trades. So, definitely gotta get better about that. I only go with one contract, so it's not like I can't do two trades at once. For that matter, I have two accounts, so. So this is gonna hurt if this stops me out, because I was over $100 in the profit. I think I was 150 in profit at one point. And now, if I get nailed, it's gonna nail me for about, I think, 275. Now, we do see that for an hour or so, we've come up to this level like 4 times, and it hasn't gotten above it over an hour. So that's a good sign. Still feel like we're coming down. Y'all got so quiet again. Nice move down here. 5 to 7 ticks. Needed to get back below that SMA line. It's a weird chart, really. I mean, this is not a normal pattern at all. Keeps stair-stepping back up. NQ pulling back a bit. And we do have the SMA line is now slightly uptrending, which is also now a concern again. Honestly, my entry in this trade was a bad entry. I mean, just because our SMA line was uptrending, I just took the first short signal that I saw. I would have got in the same level or so over here. So it's not like it was ended up being a horrible entry. But for actual execution, where that fired was a bad entry. Gold sending another short signal. It's hanging right on the VWAP there. Well, it's below VWAP, but I mean, it just came up and then got back down below it. See, those bands are starting to expand again and upwards. Gonna keep a gold chart on the side here because I'm watching that short there on gold. See if copper can break back below that SMA line there. That'd be a good sign. This is where my mind starts screaming to get out. That it's giving you a gift to get this close back to your entry. But then the other, then I say, well, you know what? I still think it's going down. But we are bouncing there on that SMA line. If it bounces back up, we're in trouble. Needs to re-break that SMA. About it's at 9 ticks down on the trade. 10 ticks down. And Q's pulled back to the SMA line. We're kind of settled out here, kind of consolidating on just about everything. ES has been straight now for the last 15. Russell, though, look at Russell just continuing to bleed out. Since this short signal here, it's going down 8 points. Crude's starting to come down some again. But copper will not give up the ghost. you know, almost any other time that I would take this reversal trade, it would work right away. I mean, look at this one here, back here. This is European Open, 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock a.m. It almost immediately reversed. It went down a nice 40 ticks. And this one's not going to do it. I'm closer. It's coming up to stop me out. Look at that. Oh, again rejecting, hopefully rejecting off 900. 47,900. That's where it hit again. That was our high. And it did reject again. Hey, can it break back through that SMA off that rejection? Not a lot of action going on anywhere else. Consolidation on NQ, ES, and gold. At least we have copper to entertain us. Not liking the looks of this. Like, looks like it wants to head back up. It's staying above that. Ooh, sending me a long signal there. So if this bites me, it'll be about a $275 bite. But we're still in it. It has not been able to break that 479, 4.7900 level yet. Oh, big move down there on NQ. Wow, 28 points down all of a sudden. Just kind of a burst down. It's just teasing me. Back then to the uptrending SMA. I don't know. Be weird for it to break here, but of course it was weird for it to break there too, so. NQ did send a short signal there. You see it's trying to turn around. So we've been in this trade over half an hour now. I've been up 150, I've been down 225. If it comes back down in the profit, I'm going to take it at as soon as it shows any signs of reversal. Because it did not break down the way I thought it was going to. Now, NQ just did. Should have taken this NQ short, unfortunately. I did not, and it's already down 18 points. So that was a mistake on my part there. I mean, it did pop up by 28, 13. But this would have been a good short. Down 20 points. Oh, so we did just break through the SMA again on copper. Crude as well. All of a sudden, everything's looking short. ES is already down 5 points. Copper, wow, look at that. Copper down to my entry point. Big move down there on copper. That's yeah, I'm looking at crude instead of copper. It's was a 12 tick candle. See if we can get back through and bend those bands back down. A little bit of a bounce there. The bands are still uptrending, so yeah, maybe I should have got out there, but we'll see. Yeah, it did hit that Bollinger on the 1 minute chart on the RSI. Bands are still uptrending, but squeezing as well. My stop is back above the second standard deviation band and just at the third standard deviation band. Another move down. Red, green, red. Be nice if this means that we're going to red, red, red. Riveting action here. Will it go down? Will this end up being a winning trade? Will Ox ever shut up? ES sending a short? No, sending a long. That quick? Wow. Oh, big pop up back up on ES. And Q now doing bigger candles. SMA line starting to straighten out again. Long, long trade for this time of day. In fact, we're at the 45-minute mark on this trade. Yeah, it's just like I don't know, it's got to be me or something because look at back here. Beautiful break of the third, the RSI Bollinger. Look at that beautiful reversal. Just beautiful. Of course, I wasn't on that. I mean, hour chart did the same thing. Broke, beautiful reversal. Breaks here, no reversal. No reversal for you. I mean, it has somewhat, but still just hanging there. Yep. And there's another. See, it just up, down, up, down. Just back above the SMA. I mean, it kind of warned me here that it was going to bounce, and it broke that Bollinger. I should have maybe grabbed that and exited the trade and waited for the next entry, maybe. That would have been right at my entry point. Would have just cost me commission. But now we're back above that SMA. But the SMA has, I mean, it's been weird. Uptrend, downtrend, uptrend, but it's back to almost flat, if not even downturning a little. Long grindy trade here. But I'll take long grindy if it ends up being profitable. I'll stay in a trade all day for profit. Boom, 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 boom. Sorry about the flashing. Slow. Slow, slow, slow. Chop zone. Everything's kind of choppy now. Rangy. Back below the SMA. That's a nice move down. How many times have I said that in this trade? And we're back to break even. See if we can get through this. We're back to, got down to my entry point before. Oh, there we go. And look at that. Wow, we're back in profit. Should I take it? The low of this move over here, when I was about $100 in the profit, was 477.50. I think we just bounced on that third band again. Let's pull this up a little bit more. And Q kind of grinding back up, gold sideways. We're back down by 4 ticks. I don't know if this bursts back up above the SMA line, I may kill it. Crude back up to the SMA line. Yes, yes it is. Yes, it is. We're just like sideways here, so I have no idea at this point what it wants to do. We did hit that third band again, which caused it to burst up again. Um, Down by 5 ticks right now. Still below the SMA line. The SMA line is sitting at 478.50. We're at 478.30. So 4 ticks below the SMA line. Gold popping up. And then Q trying to come back up. And I'm back to being $100 down on the trade. I was in profit for all of 10 seconds. Long signals firing on MNQ. Yeah, got a signal firing on the Dow. I still know what I alerts on the Dow. Ooh, look at that move down on the Dow. Oh, long signal fired on the Dow on the 15-minute. Interesting. copper is just die, copper, die. Look at that 15-minute chart. So it has gotten back inside the Bollinger Zone, all but the hour chart. Hour chart's just about there, which means I'm no longer confident this is a short, unfortunately. And it might not be. Remember that things can get inside Bollingers by being sideways, and then it can go back up, and that's what's happening here. I think you see it now heading up, big move back up. So this is gonna be an hour's worth of wasted time and lost money. It's looking like. Recent high there was 78.80. I think we just hit that. See if we reject off of that. If it doesn't, then maybe we'll finally just kill it. Yep, sending us a long signal there. Back to 40. Wow. So all this time and it looks like it's going to be for naught. Waiting to see. It has not been able to break 4.7900. So if it's able to break that, that's when we know we're basically done. My stop's 3 ticks above that. But again, it hit 47900 there on that candle, and again it's rejecting down. So maybe we might get lucky here, but I'm not counting on it at this point. So it gave me a couple. It gave me a couple opportunities to take some money off of it, and I didn't take that, thinking it was going to continue to come down, and it never did. Now, like I say, we're still in the trade. We'll see what happens. My stop's actually above the second Bollinger, or the top Bollinger. So it does keep getting up to. It's tried 4.79 a couple of times here. Just about an hour now for this trade. Y'all know how a cat will torture a mouse, not kill it right away, throw it up in the air, bat it around, let it think it's gonna get away, then pounces on it. I feel that's what Copper's doing to me right here. Just playing with me before finally it puts me out of my misery. And Q trying to push up here. Smaller candle. Oh, it's a 15-point candle. I was gonna say smaller candles, but I guess they just look small. They seem to be choppy everywhere. Copper continues to make me think that there might be a chance. I will say it has hit off that 4.7900 like 7 different times. But you can see it definitely looking like it wants to head up here. So not every strategy, there's no way you win them all. And we're still not inside those Bollingers on the RSI on the 1 hour chart. But I don't know. Right there, hit 47900 again. And just sitting there now. So nothing exciting going on here, except for waiting to see when I get stopped out. But that would have got me 20 points on NQ if I had taken that long signal there. You can see 5 out of the last 10 1-minute candles have hit that 4.7900 and not gotten above it. And there we go. It just, pushed back down off of it. So now that means the chances are that it's going to blow through it here at some point. But I'm trying to give it room not to, because it could, usually when things keep hitting up against the resistance point, two things can happen. Either it's going to blow through it real harsh, or it's going to reject down. So I'm hoping on the rejection. I need somebody rich to go in and like into a real live brokerage account and short 25 contracts of copper. Gold's heading back up after a nice bounce off the SMA. UltraBond's been covered up all this time, but it's doing nothing. ES pulling back. Crude still trying to head up. It's also been kind of consolidating now for the last hour-ish. Coming back down to the SMA line. Wonder how many times I've said that in this trade. You know, it gets down to a certain level and I'm thinking maybe I should just take the loss. Make it less of a loss. So big bounce. And like right there, maybe I should have taken it there. But at this point, I want to make it break that 4.79 level. So we got about 15 minutes left on the stream here. Hopefully the trade will be decided by then. I closed last night's stream with an open trade. That one ended up being a loss. Well, it is back below the SMA. And people try and say I'm a scalper. Back above. Ooh, sorry if you heard that. I usually try to mute before I belch. Ah, man. See, you got down there where I was only 125 down. Then that's where I think maybe I should kill it there. Now I'm back to being 200 down. But hey. We're going to make it get above. We're going to make it work and get above that 4.79 level. Stop me out. And meanwhile, gold just absolutely blowing up. 6 points. So, you know, honestly, concentrating so much on this trade has cost me this morning. And starting tomorrow, I'm going to try and actually manage 2 trades at once if I'm in a long trade. Just kind of put it to the side. We can watch it, and then we'll continue to look for other trades. You can see here, gold would have given me great entries multiple times here. So I killed opportunities by concentrating on copper. I got fixated on it, and then I just kind of, you know, honestly, I mean, for the stream, yeah, it's entertaining to keep an eye on a trade that you're in. But you shouldn't fixate on a trade once you're in it. Just let it, if you set a stop loss or a profit and a profit target, just let it do its thing and don't overly fixate on it. So the short signal there on NQ. Shorts have not really worked lately. I mean, this one did give us 41 down to 07, so it did give us over 30 points, but shorts have been short-lived. Sorry. Once again, we got this candle once again hit 4.7900, not one tick above. And here we go. Nice move down. I've said this before. Unfortunately, uptrending band just bounced off of. So you can see here on this 1 minute chart, I'm going to count out the candles that hit 4.790 on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 different candles. Well, hold on. Nope, that wasn't. 9, 10, 11, 12. So 12 different candles that hit 4.79. Oh, 13. I missed that one. 13 different candles that it hit 4.7900 and never got one tick above over the course of an hour. We're below the SMA, but above uptrending Bollingers. Yep, back above the SMA. Yeah. So about 10 minutes left on the stream. Do want to thank everyone for joining me today. Kind of a boring morning watching this copper trade, but I thank you for hanging with me. If you haven't hit that like button, I would appreciate it if you feel that the stream deserves a like. Yep. Trying again to hit that, get above that 4.7900. And again, it kind of runs from it. Trade's going so long, you could have done a documentary on it. A copper trade of despair. Another head of steam up. Once again, I stopped at the third Bollinger, so it's going to have to hit the third Bollinger in order to nail me out. I'm not making it easy on it to stop me out. But, that said, my entry point is well below the bottom Bollinger, so it's going to have to take some effort to get down back to my entry point. Uh, I don't think so. Nothing I really found. It definitely doesn't correlate with the other metals most of the time. Every now and then it'll run with the other metals, but it doesn't seem to correlate much with anything else that I've noticed anyway. Something tells me this is going to be it here. I think it's going to come up and finally nail it. Yeah, things have gotten very sideways. By the way, if I do cut this stream in 5 minutes and, if the trade's still not going, you can follow me on Twitter or on Instagram when I'll post a daily recap. I'll post the results of this trade. Since you'll see the P&L. It's surfing on a flat SMA. Surfing flat SMA. Oh, across. Oh, sorry. Little Beach Boys. Nobody can say I'm not patient. Oh, ah, be wonderful if this burst down, but oops, nope, instead it's bursting up. Just trying back for that 900, that 47, I'm sorry, not 900. Yep, there, 4.790 again. Let's see if it ends it here. Up again, it bounced down. That's the 14th candle that's hit it now. I'm not saying it won't burst back up and get it. I don't think I've ever seen a resistance level actually get hit exactly like that so many times. Usually when you're thinking resistance level, you're thinking, sometimes get a tick or two above it or whatever, but 14 times and not a tick above. Alright, folks, so we've been an hour in this trade, almost an hour and a half. I'm going to call the stream here. Not a very exciting stream today. My own fault for getting so fixated on this one trade. You can see we're very tight now in these bands. So I have no idea which way this is going to go eventually. Still hoping for downward movement. The fact that it's failed 14 different times to get above 4.7900 still gives me somewhat hope. Setting my stop at 4.7915 was brilliant, I guess. I mean, obviously, it will probably still stop me out, I have a feeling. But unsure at this point. We're going to end the stream here. Um, and we can either tune in tomorrow morning or tonight on Share Vision or tomorrow morning here on YouTube and Twitch to find out how the trade turned out, or you'll see my P&L on Twitter and Instagram this afternoon of either way, however this trade turns out. I want to thank everyone for joining me today, and catch you tonight on Share Vision or tomorrow morning on YouTube and Twitch. Have a great day, everybody. Have a great day, Ace, and we'll see you next time. Bye. I hope you enjoyed today's live stream. If you did, I'll love if you hit the thumbs up button. Remember, we do stream every morning on YouTube and Twitch from 7:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. and every evening on Share Vision from 7:45 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. and every Friday from 2 to 4. Well, guys, I just broke back in here. Big burst up there. Finally stopped me out of that trade right as I was ending the stream. So that was a bummer. And ending the day, $289 down. So that's the end of the stream. I burst in here. So it finally did burst one way or the other. Unfortunately, it was against me. Now that is going to reverse big time. And I should probably get in on that reversal and try and make this back. Anyway, have a great rest of your day, everyone. Bye. I hope you enjoyed today's live stream. If you did, I'd love if you hit the thumbs up button. Remember, we do stream every morning on YouTube and Twitch from 7:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. and every evening on Share Vision from 7:45 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. and every Friday from 2 to 4 p.m. Also, I'd love to have you follow me on social media. We're on Twitter at MightyOxTrading, Instagram at MightyOxTrading, and Reddit at r/oxmarkettrading. Have a great day.